Our Alberta ranch lands has what it takes to be an industry leader in producing natural beef while in harmony with nature. To learn more about stewardship, family tradition, and maintaining a connection with the community, we head southwest of Cochrane about 10 minutes to the picturesque WineGlass Ranch.
Hi, I'm Edith Weirmouth, and I'm the 4th generation here at the WineGlass Ranch. My great-grandfather came over from Birmingham, England at the age of 16 on a cattle boat. He started work on the CPR. He started at Fort Winnipeg. He met a young woman there, and she was from the Guernsey Islands off the coast of France. Turned out they got married. So great-grandpa started building the railroad, and when he got to Fort Calgary, the foreman said, the railroad is going to be done soon. So he homesteaded this, which is the northwest quarter of Section 20, and that was in 1885 he came here.
Fast forward about 130 years, and the WineGlass Ranch is 6 generations strong.
My intent was to always keep the ranch viable so that if any of my 3 kids wanted to come back, it would be here for them to do so. And we're very blessed that Travis decided to come back.
Hi, I'm Travis Eklund, and I'm a 5th generation rancher at the WineGlass Ranch. I would describe the ranch as a heritage ranch with a modern focus. So what I mean by that is we try to do things the old ways in terms of moving cows with horseback and such things. But of course we have to keep up with the times in order to stay profitable. And so modern equipment, new software tools to manage our herd health and such things.
In 1996, a group called Cows and Fish approached me about doing some joint work together on the creek and on the riparian areas. And they asked me what my goals were. Well, at that time I didn't have any goals. It was just kind of get out there every morning and do what you had to do. So they were coming in about an hour and they wanted to know these goals. So I took a brown paper bag and wrote down 3 goals. And we still have them today. And the 3 goals are to have a healthy grass system, to have a healthy creek and riparian areas that runs through our land, and to be proactive in environmental issues. So we base most of our decisions on those 3 goals that were written down on a brown paper bag.
I'm Kara Eklund, and I'm a 5th generation rancher at the WineGlass Ranch. I grew up on a farm near Provost, Alberta, and was in the city for about 15 years, and Travis and I met online.
Yeah, believe it or not, I was on eHarmony, so we met and visited, and it just clicked.
If you told me I was going to marry a rancher from Cochrane, I would have told you were crazy.
She's used to this lifestyle and enjoys it out here, and we just hit it off.
Travis and I ended up together, and we were meant to be.
I tell you what, I believe in soulmates now, that's for sure.
So our family is the 5th generation on the WineGlass Ranch. Our kids will be the 6th generation. My title would be right-hand man to my husband, I guess. We actually really try to use horses in our daily life. It's very important to us to keep the traditions that our forefathers and grandfathers gave to us. We use horses to gather cattle, round up cattle, roping for doctoring the cattle. Travis is pretty much on his horse almost on a daily basis. Myself as often as I can.
And when you're working with 300 head of cattle, you can spend a lot of time in the saddle.
All the cattle are on mostly native pasture, which is getting to be kind of rare. Most grass these days is tame grass. But you can see all that whole hillside up there. That's all native fescue, all rough fescue, native grass.
The native grass is very important to our ranching operation. We manage that by cattle rotation. We want to make sure that the cattle aren't damaging it by overgrazing. So we manage it very closely. We move our cattle almost monthly, if not weekly, just to make sure that that native grass is protected.
We don't use any pesticides or that kind of stuff. We don't use any growth hormones or steroids. Cattle are on grass and trace mineral and salt and that sort of stuff. We're very blessed to have the Jumping Pound Creek run through here, so they always have a source of clean water. There's only a couple little dugouts that we have to use, but on a rare occasion. We're getting more and more into the natural beef. We don't advertise it very much. It's all word of mouth. And people are phoning us left, right, and center saying, we heard your beef is really good. We heard you guys are a trustworthy source of it. We know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. How do we get some?
We want to make sure that we're ranching in the long term and take care of what our grandfathers gave to us.
When Kara and I took over the ranch 4 years ago, my dad, who runs the LJ Ranch, had been doing natural beef for quite a few years. We decided to get into the natural beef as well because people are always looking for fresh, local food. I found that movement is growing more and more.
There is a trend on the rise right now of 100-mile food sort of thing, and that trend is really helping us out because it allows us to market our beef to people directly. So, you know, the Tea with Local Producers really helps us get our name out there and meet people one-on-one.
My name is Mireille Hamel. I am a resident of Cochrane, and I am proud to organize Tea with Local Producers. The Tea with Local Producers invite maybe a panel of 10, 12 presenters. They tell their stories for a few minutes. People listen, and after that we mingle. We have tea and coffee and hopefully create relationships between homemakers and food producers. The last event was phenomenal. We had 11 speakers and they represented food of a wide variety. So animal proteins such as the chicken's eggs, the beef, but also buffalo, the pork, yak meat, duck eggs, turkey, and also fruits and vegetables, most of it grown in the area. Many of it heritage, so heritage vegetables. Some producers who have land in the Okanagan and sell in this area, or who bring it, a cherry producer this year, and also honey. I started Tea with Local Producers about 6 years ago. What I wanted was to create a platform where the producers could find homemakers that were sympathetic to what they were trying to do. I wanted to create an area where they would build relationships.
The annual event is a gathering of like-minded Cochrane and area residents in a casual setting.
The Tea with the Local Producers has had a really good response. Travis has been able to talk about his natural beef program.
What that means, most of our cattle work is still done with horses. It's a really nice, fairly intimate gathering where you can have some nice quality one-on-one time with consumers. And the consumers like it too because they can ask you direct questions and if they have any concerns or whatever. It's really nice, a really nice venue and a nice gathering. So Hunter is the 6th generation, and if everything goes according to plan, he'll take over later on.
The Tea with the Local Producers is really important for us because it really gets our name out there. So to actually put a face and a ranch to where your beef is coming from. People always have questions and you know, we can tell them how we raise our cattle, you know, the antibiotic and hormone-free, the natural native grass that we have, the sustainability, how important that is to us. So just having that opportunity is invaluable.
Here for Cochrane, what I'm hoping is that it will continue for years to come. In fact, in the last few years, I was starting to see the new generation of children of the producers come and listen to their mom or dad talk. I found that quite neat. So I'm hoping that for years to come, there'll be producers new joining in, new homemakers wanting to share the same kind of talk and building relationship. What I do hope is that other communities start doing the same so that their local producers feel supported and feel that they have a place to come and share their dreams and their challenges.
As a rural producer, it gives us an opportunity to educate people and to maybe dispel some of the myths about food production that have crept up in the last number of years.
WineGlass Ranch tries to work really hard with the town of Cochrane, with the county of Rocky View, with the different schools, with anybody who approaches us to just show them what a ranch is and what we do.
The WineGlass Ranch has been really supportive of that effort to gather homemakers and producers. They're a steward to their land, and that's another reason why I like to support local producers. Not only do they produce quality food, but they are preserving the land around us. And the WineGlass Ranch has an international reputation for doing so.
We won the Farm Family Award back in 1989, and that was through the County of Rocky View. And it's an award based on not only the stewardship of the land, but also education and your involvement in the community, both to do with agriculture and other aspects. And I guess they thought we were doing a good job, so we were the very first ones to win it. We had studies done, riparian assessments. We had the first one done in 2001 and another one done in 2011, and we're improving in all the areas. We have had quite a bit of work done with cows and fish, and also with the Trouts Unlimited, creating spawning grounds in the creek, digging spawning holes. So lots of things. In the winter we take courses on grass management, on different ways of increasing our production, that sort of thing. We're constantly educating ourselves. So it's been a learning experience, very good one.
We like raising the cattle. The consumer likes us raising them and finishing them because they know how we do it, and they know that we're honest and cattle are getting good feed and it's healthy and such things. We deliver right to your door. So once a month from December to about June, once a month we'll take the orders into the abattoir. It all gets all cut to your specifications, and then we'll deliver it to you. At the end of the day, we are the stewards of the land and the animals and such things. And if we don't do our job properly, then we'll wreck this.
We hope that one of our children would choose to continue the tradition. No idea what that might look like. We're very close to Cochrane. We're only 4 kilometers away, and right now we're surrounded on our eastern boundaries, so we're not sure what that might entail, but Hunter may not be able to do it full time, but we sure hope he can and make it work.
I often think back to my great-grandfather and my grandparents who I knew very well, and I think they would be looking down and thinking, yeah, this is a good thing.
We salute WineGlass Ranch for honoring the land, providing a natural food source, and helping to build a better community.